Gaza ethnic cleansing agenda continues to roll forward. As both U.S. and Israeli leaders openly contemplate attacking Iran again, it's easy for the world to miss the fact that the genocidal alliance has also dramatically reinvigorated its ethnic cleansing agendas in Gaza. The Adelson-owned pro-Netanyahu outlet Israel Hayom reports that in the coming weeks, the so-called Board of Peace overseeing life in the Gaza Strip is planning to relocate Palestinians to quote-unquote humanitarian shelters that are not under Hamas control. Israel Hayom reports that an area near the destroyed city of Rafah is the first location where such camps will be set up. This is noteworthy because 1 year ago, Defense Minister Israel Katz stated that there was a plan to construct a humanitarian city on the ruins of Rafah, where the emigration plan for the Palestinians would then be implemented, adding that Benjamin Netanyahu was working on finding foreign nations to accept the population of Gaza. It's hard to ignore the similarities. Both accounts even state that the plan is to police the displaced Palestinians using an international force. The 2026 Israel Hayom report states that the camps will be overseen by, quote, multinational forces under the Board of Peace's management, and Israel Katz stated in 2025 that Israel is seeking international partners to manage the zone. So to be clear, in July of last year, Israeli officials were publicly stating that they were going to build a humanitarian city on the ruins of Rafah to house the Palestinians under international supervision while working to relocate them from their homeland to other countries. And in July of this year, we learned that we will soon see Palestinians in Gaza relocated to humanitarian shelters near Rafah overseen by international forces. So it sounds like the same plan. If it is, then it's a plan for ethnic cleansing. Israel has already expanded its control over Gaza from 53% to 73% of the Strip, concentrating the survivors of the genocide into a mere 30% of the Palestinian territory. And now, according to Israeli Energy Minister Eli Cohen, the plan is to expand control to 100%. Israel National News quotes Cohen as saying during a recent radio interview that our control of the territory will only continue to expand until we reach 100%, adding, 2 months ago we controlled 53% of the Strip, about a month ago around 60%, and today we're approaching 70% of the Strip's area. This comes amid other reports we discussed recently which strongly indicate that the Trump-Netanyahu administration is renewing its push to remove all Palestinians from the Gaza Strip. The other day, we learned from the Israeli press that Israel's national security agencies had been instructed to rebrand the ethnic cleansing plan as a plan for free movement in order to mitigate international resistance to the agenda. A few days before that, we learned that Israel's new national security chief had convened a meeting with officials from the IDF and Shin Bet to discuss the plan to displace Palestinians of Gaza to other countries. Again, Israel's mass atrocities in Gaza have always been about ethnic cleansing from the very beginning. Within days of Israel's assault on Gaza in October 2023, Israel's intelligence ministry was circulating a plan for the entire population of Gaza to be moved to the Sinai Peninsula in Egypt, and an Israeli think tank had drawn up a strategy for the relocation and final settlement of the entire Gaza population. The goal has always been to remove the Palestinians from Gaza so their territory can be taken from them. This was never anything other than a blatant Israeli land grab. They've been framing it as a war so that after they seize and colonize Gaza, they can say, oh, the Arabs fought a war and lost. They deserved to lose territory like they always do. But it was never actually a war. Calling the Gaza genocide a war is like seeing a man beating up a toddler and calling it a fight. It's one of the world's most sophisticated military forces raining explosives on an area packed full of children with the backing of the most powerful empire that has ever existed, opposed only by a few thousand guys running around in sandals with homemade rockets and ancient Kalashnikovs. That's not a war. It's an ethnic cleansing operation.